Hi everyone. Hi
Hey,
Ginger. How are
hi.
you?
Good, good.
I want to give a quick shout out and just say thank you for being part of my Empowered Humans project.
Of course.
And thank you to everybody who's watching this as well, who's taking the time. Hopefully, it's you guys are going to get something out of this. I'm really excited to be here today with Ginger. The purpose of this Empowered Humans project is to bring forth an awareness of traumas. And I've gone through my share of traumas, and it's actually inspired me to want to bring them into the limelight and um, talk about how we can overcome, how we can move forward, and how we can just be better human beings. And this is a project for me that transcends cultural boundaries, gender, race, religion. Everybody has had a trauma, has overcome some sort of adversity. And this project and my goal and my vision for this project is to help people heal. So we're healing because we're putting our issues out there, and we're hoping that a lot of somebodies are going to relate, and we're going to be able to move forward together, all of us, and become empowered and inspired. So that's my quick rant. This is my beautiful friend Ginger. She is
Hi.
amazing. Hi,
Of
and thank you for joining me today. I
course, of
have
course.
following you on social media for quite some time, and I am very inspired by you, and I feel that you're very motivational. And for those that don't know Ginger, she runs Healthier Habits, Healthier You, and she lives in Burlington County. She's got 2 kids and 3 cats, which I love. I totally want to cat sit at some point. Um, so we'll just get right into it. Ginger, I think you're a beautiful soul, and everyone that I've selected to participate in this project is very inspiring and motivational and has overcome. And I want to hear a little bit about some of the issues that you have dealt with, just in general, growing up, or anything that you feel that you've been able to overcome.
So growing up, I moved around a lot, like to begin. I moved around a lot growing up, so it was really hard for me to make friends. And I was always very tall. My height right now I stand is 5'11", and I've always been really tall my entire life. And I feel like I used to get picked on that from the get-go. I just feel like, I was always taller than everybody else. Kids would always have things to say. I was always a little like bigger in like weight than everybody else. They'd have things to say about that too. Kids, adults, like people that weren't so nice. And I kind of dealt with that until I was like 16. And, I really grew up having no self-esteem, not many friends, because, every time I thought people were my friends, they'd wind up turning on me, and they'd say, like, they'd call me out on my weight. They'd call me out on the way that I looked. And, it really, it hurt. So I had like a really hard time making friends growing up. And that's where, you know, things just kind of, like, it was really hard for me to like make friends and open up to people. And yeah, I dealt with that, you know, till I was 16, until I learned to start standing up for myself. And then, I went through periods of like adulthood where, I was in a bad relationship, and, I was verbally abused in that relationship. And, there was some, physical abuse, and there was other things that happened, and it took me a really long time to get out of it. And, it's a lot to heal from something like that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. So it took me until about like, I want to say 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I went, decided like, I'm just done with this. I'm done beating up on myself. I'm done letting people, treat me like this. So I wound up I wanted to put myself in therapy for like 2 years. And, that's pretty much where the healing process began. Taking that step and going through therapy and learning, hey, it's not me that's the issue. There's nothing wrong with me. It's other people's insecurities coming out, and they're trying to throw that onto you because they're not happy. So for most of my life, I wound up thinking like, oh, it's me that's a problem. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. And I learned, it's not all me. It's the environment and the people and the things. So it took a really long time for me to get where I am now. So.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful journey and your story. I personally, and I've said this and I'll say it again, I think you're beautiful inside and out. I am truly inspired by you. And I know that everybody who's going to be watching this is going to gain a lot from this. And I feel just in humanity in general, and especially like, I moved here when I was little, so I didn't speak any English, and I had very frizzy, huge hair, and my teeth were messed up as a kid, and I had, all sorts of things. I broke my nose, so I was bullied quite heavily as a child myself. So I can absolutely relate, and I feel your pain as you're speaking. I feel the energy. And I know because I'm in therapy and I'm loving every minute of it, and it's transformed my life. I continuously say that I have an entourage of people, powerful people around me now, and they literally keep me sane. So even though I'm a wellness and empowerment coach, what I'm doing now has come out of a lot of trauma and pain. And I think you're on the same path. And that's why what you're doing, I think, is so beautiful and amazing, because you're helping to empower people to get more fit, get healthier, and to take a stand for themselves, to stand up and take your power back. And that is exactly what my vision is. That's what I'm trying to help people do as well. So I love what you're doing. Now, if you can just quickly touch on, was there like a turning point for you where you were just like, this is it, from this moment on, I'm going to take my trauma, my pain, and I'm not letting you guys in anymore. And I'm just going to transform it, and I'm going to start helping others. Like, what was that pivotal moment for you?
There was a time like, in the middle of my therapy where, I sat there and I said to myself, I'm tired of believing what people tell me. I'm tired of people telling me what I should look like. I'm tired of people telling me how I look. I'm tired of being judged and rated and everything else, like the things that people just do. So, I sat there and I said to myself, like, in therapy, and I actually said it to my therapist, like, I'm going to take my life back. There was a couple of years before I graduated high school where like I knew what I wanted to do. And because I let everybody get to me and I listened to what everybody said, I didn't do it. I was offered a job as like a personal trainer, fitness coach right out of high school. I turned it down because, I said to myself, oh, I'm fat, I'm too tall, I'm this, I'm that, because that's what I was always told. So I was like, oh, there's no way I could do that. In therapy, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to tell, this is for me. And, I don't care what everybody else thinks. Call me whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, what I think of myself is what matters. Yeah. I'm most important to me. And if I'm not important to me, I can't let anybody else be important to me. So it was at that moment where I realized that I needed to start being true to myself and who I was. And I wasn't being that for a really long time. So since that little epiphany, I've kind of I carve out my time every day to, you know, help people and, you know, do things for myself, things that I, you know, before I had kids, like, and everything, like you know, I would do some stuff, but like after having kids, it's really hard to, like, you know, balance and everything. So I feel like I can now carve out that time for myself, and, you know, now I can help other people too. And I can hopefully inspire them to let them know that, you know, hey, if I can do it, you know, you can do it too. It takes a really long time to get here, but it's worth it.
It is so worth it. I could feel your power right now. I feel your energy. I love it. You know my goals with this show. I mean, I want to make it big and I really want to touch a lot of lives. I mean, when I say we're going to be empowering humans, that is precisely what we're going to be doing. And
Yes.
when I listen to your story, I mean, my heart goes out to you, like I said, not only because I can relate, but because I think a lot of people also go through all these traumas and issues, and I don't think they work on themselves. Like even if they, you know, some people go to therapy, but they find the wrong therapist who's like stroking their ego and not
Yeah.
telling them the things they need to work through. So I'm really happy for you that you were able to be empowered, take the steps needed for your self-care. And that is a beautiful thing. And I love that you take out time every single day to do that. I've made it my passion to help people, period. Like there's nothing else beyond that. I want to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it. There's nothing attached to that other than that. And so I think you are doing really a great thing. If you can just talk a little bit about exactly what you do and like what kind of services you offer to help others.
So I provide services that help with to get women back to their healthiest self, and I do that through you know, mindset and simple meal plans and exercise plans. And I also I have some targeted toxin-free wellness products that I incorporate into everything that, you know, that help. But it's more about mindset. You know, I want to help people feel better from the inside out. So I feel like the products that I use, they help you feel better from the inside out, and then like your mindset combined, you know, from the inside out, you're healthier mindset, healthier body, healthier being. That's pretty much what I
100%.
do.
I love that. I know I keep saying that. I probably keep repeating myself because number one, I'm so excited about this project, and I'm so humbled and honored that you're able to join me and that you said yes to doing this journey with me. And I think I want to have this particular video and your story help inspire people to stand up, try to, you know, reclaim their power. And if you need to seek therapy, I'm a huge proponent of it. It's completely changed my life, and it does have a stigma attached to it. And I've, you know, released all of that. I'm sure you have as well, because you see that at the end of the day, it's really life-changing. And I love what you speak to about mindset, because everything is about mindset. And I went through such a really dark time as well for the last, I want to say over 3 years, but really dark over the last 3 years. And at some point I've had like multiple people say they want to turn the camera around and do the vlog on me. But right now I'm trying to focus on everyone else. And like I said, by talking about our stories and sharing our journeys and how we're able to overcome and what we're doing to help others, I think it's also healing us, which is like so major. Like I could just feel like you feel like there's a release right now, and that like people are going to get your story, they're going to relate to it, and hopefully they're going to utilize your services. I am very unapologetic about having the people on here that I'm going through this journey with and the Empowered Humans Project with share what they do. I'm also going to provide a link to your site and your services. And we're not doing sales pitches. We're not trying to sell products or do anything other than inspire and motivate other people to potentially, who have been through this and are carrying a lot of these, especially like childhood traumas of being spoken down to, bullied, and perhaps maybe they're not seeking the help that they need. And so we're going to now, you know, try to have them take this inspired action after watching our video. I'm putting it out in the universe. We are going to manifest this. So thank you so much, Ginger, for sharing. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I'm going to say it again. You're beautiful inside and out. Look at your smile. You're like glowing. Love your videos, love your group. And so I highly recommend that people follow your group, and hopefully our message is well received today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We are going to make this project huge. And then if any of you guys as the viewers want to participate, please reach out to me. I would love to share your stories the way we did today with Ginger. And hopefully we're going to inspire a lot of people by doing this. So thank you again, Ginger. I'm going to sign off so we can go have a glass of wine behind the scenes and sort of like get ourselves together before our kids come home. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.